going to be in for a treat as Santana Garrett has joined World Series Wrestling here at the Melbourne Pavillion.
And we are going to be seeing her opponent again. Of course, we saw Lena Kross at the top of the hour here. Santana Garrett has spent time in WWE for a number of years, is currently in WOW, now finding her way in WSW, has been spending a lot of time all around the world playing her craft for years upon years.
Former Shine champ, former Shine tag team champion, and Wonder of Stardom champ.
Hell, second generation wrestler, somebody who understands purely what this business is about and what it takes to be a success.
And speaking of success, here comes one of Australia's biggest successes.
Lena Kross, who has aligned herself with Matt Cardona over the last year or so here. And of course, a win from either of these two could very much put themselves in contention for the Women's Championship at the moment, held by Ash by Elegance, but of course it's the nature of the tour. Things are changing constantly. You could be a champion one night, head over to Brisbane the next day, and it's someone else. Number one contendership does not mean that you know what your matchup is tomorrow. Lena Kross, the last time we saw her in an absolutely hellacious match against Ash by Elegance for the Women's Championship.
The Lego, Sean, do you remember the Lego? Notice I said Lego, no S.
Lego is correct. Of course, has had a year to think about it, to let those scars heal, to pick the bricks off of her back. And again, a victory here could put you straight into contention.
Lena out there telling the audience it's going to be over quick. And that's one thing I admire about Lena, this statuesque wrestling perfectionist, I'm going to say it. She oozes confidence. No matter who she's in the ring with, it doesn't matter. Lena knows she's got your number.
And why wouldn't you? Lena Kross, an individual who was trained by Mana the Polynesian Warrior, who was trained by Arthur himself. So there is stories to be told, there's lessons to be learned that are passed down generation to this woman standing before us.
Lena Kross showing that confidence there, maybe a little bit of arrogance, but a little bit of arrogance is a good thing. It builds confidence, it increases confidence, and confidence wins you matches.
We're now going to see as Santana takes the waist lock here. Simple Matt Gaiman managing to get away from the strikes, but now taking back control here, Santana. Snapmare! Coming through with the kick. Well placed, now going for a quick roll up here. Almost had it over. A minute into the affair.
Again.
The cradle again, and you can see now going for a crucifix. Pin attempt after pin attempt. Every single time, Kross has to exert more energy to kick out.
I was about to say the very same thing there, Sean. A quick match is a good match, especially on a 4-day tour like this. Santana making Lena kick out, exudes that energy, wears her down, and when you're up against someone with the talent of Lena Kross, you're going to need it. However, Santana's now finding out what Lena does very, very well. And most of that stuff she does very, very well goes to the head. Back of the head, side of the head, front of the face.
Right now in the ropes, so I have to be careful to break it up before that 5 count, unless she wants to suffer a disqualification. Lena Kross, as much as she has been trained by some of the greats, she's also obviously gotten a lot of tutoring, a lot of advice from the complete Matt Cardona. You cannot spend a year with that man and not pick up a few things along the way. Look at that, just simply...
Is she chewing gum? Is this just a walk in the park for Lena Kross? She's just kicking ass and chewing gum? Lena Kross is my new favourite, I've just decided.
Garrett struggling to break the grip, simply wasn't able to. That size and strength difference. Lena Kross has to be well over 6 foot. Oh, well placed shots to the midsection.
And answered in kind to, again, a punch to the back of the head. You know, you give someone a concussion, they can't really wrestle. Good strategy.
Now again, taking liberal use of that 5 count here.
No, that's smart, Sean. That's smart. You've got a 5 count. Why not use it?
It does wear down your opponent. And now the long legs of Lena Kross. The big boot straight across the throat.
Big boot, and also she was holding onto those ropes, making it taut to
my goodness, breaking the eyes across as well. Lena Kross, you're right, Ben, using every inch of this ring to her advantage.
And the crowd sitting here in silence because they know what they're watching. An absolute demolition of our visiting competitor.
Lena Kross, the last time she was wrestling in a ring was all the way over in Japan. She's made her way back to Australia for this match. Coming through that hard-hitting style that absolutely would have rubbed off on her. Oh, or just a straight slap to the face, that works as well.
And look at the smile. Oh my goodness.
Good grief. Dragging her opponent up by her hair. Just the confidence that Lena Kross has exuded from the moment she stepped out. Here at the Melbourne Pavillion, again, we are live on Triller TV. Night 1 of the Legacy Tour.
Back ahead again in Marte, Sean. She is out to damage either the neck or, as I said before, get a concussion. You give someone a concussion in the first match, you're not going to have to worry about them for the rest of the series.
That's it, one less person potentially in title contention. Of course, we know later on tonight the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship will be on the line. It may not even be Ash by Elegance before tonight is over. It might be Jessica Troy.
Oh! Big super kick.
You know, both those women are watching this match intently from the back. Hold on, say her name and she appears.
Don't do that. Jessica Troy is out here. Oh! Causing a quick distraction. Lena Kross managed to get a super kick with the cover.
Blink and you miss it. Oh well. Words from Jessica Troy. Santana looked away for but a moment. And that is all it took for Lena to take advantage here.
Before that, the other word.
What is Jessica Troy doing out here? She's come out from the back.
She's scouting future opponents. I mean, that's smart, if you ask me.
Surely she can do that from the back.
No, well, you know as well as I do, Sean, there's nothing beats watching it live.
Well, in any case, Kross has definitely taken on this advantage as a result. Now, unfortunately, I think might be taking a little bit too much time, which is going to allow Santana at least a moment to regain her breath, potentially try and mount a comeback, or maybe...
Lena Kross getting frustrated now. Yes, Santana was getting her breath back, but so was Lena.
Wrenching back. Now straight in the middle of the ring. Santana is well far from being able to break this hold here. It's whether she has the strength to be able to muscle out as she starts to will herself back to her feet. Oh! Doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be effective.
Words I live by.
Jessica Troy still on the outside, cheering on Lena Kross in this match against Santana. Garrett potentially looking there for that cross breaker. Hold on.
Reverse elbow setting up. Lena doesn't know she's coming in again. Another kick to the head.
Didn't learn the first time. He's still coming forward once again.
Lena a little punch drunk, about to get a little bit more drunk.
Santana having every single bit of this offense scouted.
Oh!
Once again, now a boot. How many shots can Kross take to the head here?
And all of a sudden,
down.
All of a sudden, Lena's looking in trouble. Santana up top.
Kross looking out, cross body, perfectly executed.
Couldn't manage to hook the leg for the pin, so rolled through.
Springboard back elbow, wanting to ensure the victory here. Wasn't going to take it down to chance.
Side
Russian
Russian
next week. See the combination of moves there, looking to string a bunch of offense to ensure that Kross can stay down to the 3. Unfortunately, it is going to take more than that. Here is the thing. You give a little bit too much time, Kross will come back better and stronger. She simply will not stay down.
Well, it's not so much staying down. Lena Kross has got long limbs. She's got more distance between her and her opponent. So, therefore, they have to work harder to get to her. You can't afford to let her get that distance, otherwise she's going to win the fight every time.
So you see now Santana have to pick your spots about when to come in close. Hold on. Front suplex. Oh my God! Dirty knee straight to the front.
Oh.
Straight into the nose of Santana.
Lena can't believe it, and quite honestly, neither can I.
Nose could be broken.
I mean, that scream she just let out my eardrums certainly are.
And Kross simply cannot allow the emotions to get the better of her. She needs to stay on her opponent, and now we might be looking for the cross breaker. She signaled, has it set up. Rolling through. Santana straight back on the offense. What a wild haymaker. 1, 2. 2 count in this match still goes on. Both women giving their all. I can't see her, but I am sure Jessica Troy is still somewhere on the outside.
Lena just running in, trying to create that distance again.
And you can see Santana now trying to stay in really close to her opponent, not allow her that moment to breathe. Shades of stratisfaction there from Santana. Garrett coming up, springboard, hold on! Jessica Troy getting herself involved. That is not just pure scouting, Ben. That is blatant interference from the arm collector.
Let's see what the ref has to say. Oh, didn't see it, that's fine.
Now looks like we're heading towards, oh my God, the crossbreaker indeed, and that is it.
Lena Kross walks away with the victory, and you have to think is getting closer and closer to a title match.
With help from Jessica Troy, Lena Kross comes out with a victory. Nevertheless, it will put a win in her column, and that is something that Ash by Elegance, the champion, is absolutely taking notice of. We have 3 nights left of his tour.
You know what I like seeing, Sean? I like seeing Australians looking out for each other, teaming up against a common foe, and that's what we've got here. We've got 2 really great friends just coming together for the world and for the betterment of wrestling.
Oh, my heart is just 3 times the size. It's warmed up.
You should probably get a doctor to look at that. It's not healthy.
You know, there's so much more coming up in store. We also have a first time ever match coming up. We are going to be seeing Danhausen